Hey, welcome aboard, folks. Let's do some experiments today, huh? We'll do the regular acid base experiments today. Just go back to doing this for just a bit. Let me add a little bit of base over here on the right. Just seeing how things are working out. That's kind of cool. We got a little vortex going on there in the middle. How you doing there, Charlie? Welcome aboard, Charlie. Let's see if we get a rainbow for you. Come on, Charlie. How you doing there, Red Sky? Hello there, Bryson. Oh, man. Let's try another drop. Come on, baby. Let's get that rainbow going. Give me a rainbow today. Miss you too there, Charlie. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get something going over here on the other side as well. All right. No, is that happening right now, Red Sky? Is there a lunar eclipse going on? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we're still daytime over here in the United States. So, all right, let's add a little universal indicator here. Come on, there's some green colored universal indicator. Let's see what happens when I add it to this side over here. I got a really small stir bar over here on the left. Oh, look at that. You can just kind of see it. Looks like a little green tornado just kind of wisping down there. That's kind of cool. And then you can just see that little stir bar. That's neat. Ah, there we go. That looks cool. Yeah, I got a small stir bar over there on the left. Oh, that's too bad. It's too cloudy to see the eclipse. That is a real bummer when that happens, when there's like an astronomical event and then you can't see it because of the clouds. I'm going to turn this up down here. We're going to turn up the stir speed. See if we can go max speed over here on the left. We are there, baby. We are there, and the stir bar has not got knocked out of orbit. Let me add a little bit of a base, see what happens. Interesting. Look at that. Look at how it got caught in the vortex. Like you could see the base kind of got sucked in there. You saw it turn purple down at the bottom. Seeing a red moon, that's cool. That's cool, Charlie. Okay, I'm going to start adding a little bit of acid over here on the left. 2 drops and see what happens. I think I'm going to focus in just on this one because I'm kind of fascinated by that small vortex that's there. I've got a really small stir bar. And I'm just kind of interested to see how that little small stir bar is affecting things. If you look real closely, you can see a thin red line there from the acid that I added. I'm going to add another drop up here at the top. Here we go. In goes a drop of acid. Let's see what happens. I can see it moving down. I can see it moving down for sure. Now, the reason why the material tends to stay focused in that vortex is because that vortex it's a low pressure region, and material tends to move from high to low pressure. So once material gets sucked into the vortex, so to speak, it's going to stay there because it's in a low pressure region. It's not going to want to move out. And so that's why you'll see, the material that I add, the acid that I'm adding here, it's going to kind of stay centered in the center of the vortex. By the way, the dye that's in here is known as universal indicator. It's also known as rainbow indicator. It shows these different colors at different pH values. And so, the bulk of the fluid is going to be at pH 6, which is just slightly acidic. Here, I'll add a drop of base. Watch what happens here. We'll put this right here. We'll put that right there so you can see. We're going to add a little drop of, pretty much here, Charlie. You get sucked in that vortex and you don't move out because you're in a low pressure region and the high pressure's outside. Let's add a drop of base. In goes 1 drop of base. You see the violet color from pH 10. And as that, mixes with the surrounding material, that's going to raise the pH. Looks like we're going from a pH 6, maybe, I'm guessing, to about a pH 8, yeah? Pretty much. I'm trying to get that vortex centered a little bit. I'd like to see just a little bit more mixing. Here we go. Let's add a little drop of acid over here. A little drop of acid over there on the left. Let's add another drop. Let's add 2 drops. See what goes on there. You can see the red flashes going through. That's because the acid is low pH, so it's like low pH 3. Yeah, that's acidic. And, you know, the solution started like a blue-green, and now it's, you know, it's dropped to like a yellow color. The pH is now kind of like 6. I'm going to add another 2 drops of acid. There we go. You can see the acid red, you know, it colors the indicator red. Let's add like 2 drops of different. Yeah, Bryson, I sometimes repeat the experiments that I'm doing. I'm going to add a drop of base over here on the left and a drop of acid over here on the right and just see what happens. So there's a drop of each. And you can see the red and the violet mixing at the same time. If they're perfectly balanced, it'll be neutral. Right there, you see a little bit of green. That's where they're perfectly neutralized. But it looks like, well, maybe the whole thing's going to go green, huh? And I've got that speed maxed out for sure. Thanks there, Kenna. I appreciate that. Let's do that again for Kenna. Kenna liked that, so we're going to do it again. We're going to do a drop of base over here on the left and a drop of acid on the right. Here we go. 1 drop of base. I'm going to do 2 drops of acid because my acid tends not to be as concentrated as my base. You can see I've added like a pH 3 with a pH 10. And I got a little aqua color down here at the bottom, maybe a little green. They've neutralized each other. That's really kind of gorgeous. I think we should add just a bit more indicator. I think a little more color might really make this pop. So I'm going to just add a little bit more of the indicator, the acid-base indicator. You'll notice here, when I pull it up into the syringe, it's got like a green color. And that means it's neutral. There, I've added it to the solution. You can see right there at the top, man, that's got like, you can see the acid. You see the red color. So there's some acid stuck up there at the top, which is kind of cool. Thank you there, Kenna. Appreciate that. Aaron, the indicator I'm using is universal indicator. It displays these colors at different pH values. Thank you there, Neon. I appreciate that. So yeah, you can see that most of the solution is like a pH of 6, but there in the vortex, it's kind of like got a greenish color. It's a little more neutral in the middle. You got it there, Aaron. Okay, now I'm going to add a drop of base over here on the left, 2 drops of acid on the right. Here we go, 1 drop of base, and it goes violet. 2 drops of acid. You can see the red. pH 3, pH 10. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, that's just like a kaleidoscope of color. Really beautiful. You can really see the acid is pulled into the vortex. That's gorgeous, like a thin red line, a thin red vortex. That's beautiful. Very pretty. Fire and water is what it looks like. Thank you there, Uni. All right, let's try it again. Thanks there, Bryson. Okay, here we go. Let's do it again, huh? And look at that. You can see the little tiny vortex up there at the top. The stuff in that vortex, remember, that's a low pressure region. Thank you there, Eat to Heal. Thank you there, Uni. Okay, here we go. Let's do 1 drop of base over here on the left. Actually, I'm going to add a drop right there. See if we can't neutralize that acid. You see that? Ha! I added the base right to the middle of the vortex. All right, I'm going to add 4 drops of acid. Come on, we're having some beautiful kaleidoscope of colors today. It's just a mess in there right now. And if the acid and base are perfectly balanced, sorry to hear that, Charlie. If they're perfectly balanced, we're going to have a green color at the end. It looks like there's a little bit of excess of acid. I say that because it relaxed to a yellow color, and so we're just slightly acidic. So the further you get below 7, the more acidic it is. The higher you get above 7, the more basic it is. And if you're at 7, it's neutral. All right, Neon likes the blue, so this is for you, Neon. I'm going to add a drop of base. Let's see what happens. I think you can see some color remaining there in the vortex. Let's add a drop of, there's your violet. Hey, Matri, what we are doing is we are adding acid or base to universal indicator. There's the blue at the bottom there for you, Neon. Come on, Neon Foxy. We got a little blue color for you. So, Matri, what we're doing, I apologize if not saying your name correctly, but we are adding either acid or base, thank you there, Matri, to a solution that contains universal indicator. It's neutral. I can tell that right now because it's green. We look at our pH chart. We see green is indeed neutral. If it gets, below 7, it's acidic. These are the colors it displays. If it gets above 7, it's going to look blue, and that's going to be basic. Thank you there, Ihor. I apologize if I'm not saying names correctly. Feel free to, feel free to correct me. Here we go. Let's add. Hey, I like this. I like this. Let's add this Q&A sticker. Come on. Let's have people tell us what is something that you are grateful for today. Let me know. I'm going to try to stick it over here out of the way. It's not letting me. Well, let me know something you're grateful for today. My mom is neutral. I love it. Yeah, you just keep adding. You don't have to replace. Yeah, you just keep adding. I apologize that sticker's in the way. Give me a thumbs down if you want me to delete it, okay? Grateful to live, official games. Breathing and being alive. Coffee this morning. Matry. Got it, Matry. Had a good Domino's for breakfast. Aaron, something they're grateful for. I love it. Grateful to have a girlfriend. That's nice, dog. Come on, dog. I love it. I'm grateful to have a great wife. I love those colors too there, Neon. And give me a thumbs down when you're ready for that sticker to get out of the way. Bryson is grateful for plants. Absolutely, Bryson, man. No plants, no life. At least I don't want to say no life, but I guess we'd have fungi and that'd be about it. Although what would the fungi eat, huh? Here we go. Let's add a little acid. To have woke up this morning and still have mom and parents. Grateful for medical advances. Absolutely, Void. So long, Addie. Hello, Neon. Saying hello. All right, I'm going to pull this sticker out of the way. We're going to end the Q&A. Thanks for hanging out. Vex is happy to be alive. Eat the Heel is, heck yeah, man. Eat the Heel is definitely, I'm loving some sushi. Love me some sushi. All right, I'm adding base. Communication, Matry, I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to add some acid up here. There we go. Some nice colors being shown. I'm going to try to get a little more light back here to really make those colors pop. Yeah, that's beautiful. So long there, Bryson. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being on board with us today. All right. All right, we're at neutral, right? pH 7, everything's looking green. I'm going to add a drop of base to the left. I'm going to add 2 drops of acid to the right. Drop of base should make things look violet or blue. There it goes. The acid should make things look a little red. And those should neutralize each other. You got a little base going on here at the bottom. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. And it's looking like we might have a bit more base this time because it's looking like things are relaxing to kind of an aqua green, which is going to be a little higher than pH 7. Although, no, maybe it's looking like it's going to like a greenish color. Am I a big chem guy? Am I a big chem guy? Am I a big chem guy or what? What do you think, y'all? Am I a big chem guy or what? Let's get back to the experiments. What do you think there, dog? Huh? Am I a big chem guy? We got to make it blue right now. You got it, official. Come on, we got to make it blue. Let's make it baby blue. Look at there, baby. That's cool to hear, Neon. Mop Man, the base that I'm using is 20% by weight sodium hydroxide. We need to cook there, Darth Jesse. And you got it, Mop Man. The acid I'm using is 20% by weight, hydrochloric acid. Thanks for asking. Let's add some hydrochloric acid here. Get a couple drops in. I look like a guy who loves to hunt. Well, I have hunted, but I don't spend a whole lot of time doing it there, dog. My brother loves to hunt. Look at those gorgeous colors developing. Come on. Let's see if we can get the whole rainbow going in there. Come on, baby. We want the rainbow. You like hunting, dog? Oh, that's pretty. It's like night and day in the same flask, man. Oh, I'm so sorry, dog. That's tough. That's pretty. Yeah, I agree, Sarah. It is beautiful colors that we're seeing. Really pretty colors. I'm gonna try to let's get it acidic. I'm adding a bunch of acid now. And that's gonna, diffuse through the solution or mix through the solution. That should drop the pH, right? When you add acid, the pH drops. And it's like a little bit orange, Would be interesting to change the temperature of the chemicals to see the conversion. I agree there, Mop Man. I don't have the systems in place to be able to do that. I apologize. Right now I'm adding drops of acid, and you can see that color is just shifting to the red. It's like a beautiful sunset. Am I a car enthusiast? Not so much, dog. I apologize. But I mean, hey, I love a good Corvette. I agree there, Matry. Mixing on the bottom. What kind of cars you like, dog? Can I make a salt? Paulina, that's exactly what we're doing. I am making salt. Let me show you why. All right, here I'm adding a couple drops of base right now. No, I just added acid. So, sorry about that. Dodge Viper is a cool car. Let me add a few drops of base here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what happens there. Let's see what, look at that. It's like darkness overcoming the red sun. And we're getting a little bit of bluish green developing. Yeah, I do too, Sarah. And now it's kind of fading to a bright green with some yellows and reds. And it looks like it went to neutral. pH 7 is neutral. It's a green color. It's a little bit yellow-green, so I'm going to say we're lower than pH 7, just maybe 6.5 or something like that. All right, when it's 6.5, it's kind of fun to do this. I'm going to add base to this side over here, and I'm going to add acid to this side over here. And here's the deal. When these two here, let me put it this way. When these, thank you there, Siri, when these two react, hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, the OH from the sodium hydroxide combines with the H from the acid, and it makes HOH, which is otherwise known as water. And the thing that's left over, well, the sodium, the Na from the sodium hydroxide, and the Cl from the acid, those combine, and look at that, they make NaCl, which is good old table salt. So as these two react, they chemically combine, and they neutralize each other, making salt, NaCl, and the other stuff that's left over is water. Both of them are neutral. Both of them are neutral, and so we call an acid-base reaction a neutralization reaction. So let me go ahead and just add a drop here. Let's add a drop of the base and the acid. And the base is going to make things colored blue, the acid more red, and when those combine, they will neutralize each other. You got it, man. Dog, I think it'd be great for coffee. That'd be cool, Sarah. Global. What the heck? Oh, man. Thanks, Sarah. Eat to heal. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. Yeah, that's what we're doing, Mr. Venison. That's what we're doing. pH levels. I do like that. Here we go. I don't know if it tastes like that. I've never tried it. I'll tell you what, though. If I did try it, I would probably visit the bathroom pretty quickly because one of the dyes used to be the main ingredient in X-Lax. Now, that'd be some heavy organic chemistry magic there, Cheesy. Yes, indeed. All right, let's add a little bit of acid here. Matri, I don't know. That sounds like kind of, I don't know. It sounds sus to me, but I'm not an organic chemist, so I'm not gonna comment. Yeah, me either, dog. I don't plan on it. Let's get it. I'm going to try to get it. Well, actually, it does look kind of neutral. Now, let's show you this. We're going to move over to this flask over here. This flask over here, this one's here. If you look, it's got like a really little stir bar down there. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. See that little stir bar just kind of spinning there? Hey, no problem, Omar. Just slide right along. That's what we talk about here, man. On this channel, we respect the chemistry. So, Omar, if you don't want to respect the chemistry, just slide right along. It's not going to bother us. All right, let's go to this flask over here, which There we go, baby. Here we go. This has a larger stir bar. Here we go. Let's add a few drops of acid. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what goes on there. A few more. Boom, boom, boom. This one's not working as well, eh? I can't do that, A-Long. I don't know much about it. So you're not going to want to learn that from me. I'm not an expert on that. I mean, I know a little bit about stuff, but it depends what you're talking about. Like, you know, I know a little bit about Tylenol and all that stuff. Yeah, let's pour a little more in here. Let's just get that filled up a little better. There we go. And let's get the speed going. I think this, I'm going to turn up the speed here so it's mixing more quickly. All right. Oh, dog, I'd love to do a video with Now Red, but I don't think he even knows about me. I'm not big enough for that guy. We just do what we do here, man. Hey, thanks, Omar. Hey, no, listen, I don't take offense. I mean, you know, my channel's not for everybody, so, you know, but I appreciate you clarifying for me. The acid player 9 that I am adding is 20% by weight hydrochloric acid. The base that I'm using, 20% by weight sodium hydroxide. Maybe I'm not big enough yet. There you go, Sarah. Yeah, you know. Maybe share the channel, try to get, I mean, if you know, people who like science and goofy science stuff, you know, encourage them to check out my channel. If they like it, they can give me a follow. Here we go. I'm going to add some acid over here. You can see with the larger stir bar, hey, we got a little rainbow flash there. With the larger stir bar, it mixes much more quickly. Thank you there, Sarah. Hello there, Giggle. Let's add a drop of base. Come on, baby, a little flash of the rainbow there. Just a little one. Let's add the acid back. Mixes really quick. Hey, got a little rainbow flash. Come on now. Come on now. Hello there, Giggle. Memes. What's inside here is some universal indicator. It's also known as rainbow indicator. It changes color depending upon pH. Do I need a license to handle chemicals like hydrochloric acid? I don't. You can buy it like, if you know what you're doing, you can, hey, Giggle, you tell me. If you know what you're doing, you can buy hydrochloric acid at a hardware store. I can't help you there, Raka. Sorry about that. I don't specialize in that type of chemistry. So Giggle asked, Giggle, you tell me, bud. You tell me, Giggle. What do you think? Let me know what you think, Giggle. All right. Raka, I wished I specialized in that type of chemistry. I just don't. I just don't. I sure will, Global. Thanks, Giggle. Okay. Thanks, Aaron. Zacchaeus, I think that's the way you say it. Christus, I apologize if I said your name wrong. Let's add a little bit of acid over here on this flask on the right. See if we get a little rainbow flash. I think I added too much acid. I think I added too much. We just saw it just turned red really quickly. Thanks there, Sea Dog. Thanks there, Deoxy. Deoxy, what a great name, man. I am, Remy. Yep, I sure am. I've been a professor for quite some time. Since, like, I guess 2004, man. Been a long time. I'm an old dude. I am an old dude. I mean, you can see it in my face. Of course you can. Here we go. Come on, baby. Give me some rainbow. Hey, thanks there, dog. I appreciate that. Hey, our Adrish, thank you for letting me know that. That's a long time ago, man, getting the silicon out of sand. Dimethyl sulfoxide, baby. Do I really agree that chemistry is a part of physics? Sure. Yeah, and then, you know, physics is a part of math. But, you know, physics is a part of chemistry. Remy, what's my favorite part of science? Wow. Hey, everybody drop. That's a great question to talk about. What's your favorite part of science? That's cool, A Long. Thanks for letting me know. Austin, we are adding acid or base to universal indicator. That's what we're doing. It does look like the day's changing to dawn and vice versa. I love the country of India, dog. It does look like that. Chem is just a study of the movement of electrons, says Player 9. That sounds like an organic chemist to me. So I think my favorite part about science is, this is my favorite part about science, is that we scientists agree that we are going to use what we see in nature as our arbiter of truth. That's what I love about it. And what's cool about it is nature appears like it doesn't lie. And what I mean by that is, you know, experiments that are done in nature, they just seem to do the same thing all over and over again. How hard is it to become a chemist? It depends how much you love it, Jacariah. I mean, if you love it, you know, if you love something, nothing's difficult. Well, I should, you know, that's not completely true. But I guess if you love to do something, then the difficult parts are, they actually kind of become something that you enjoy. Oh, man, I'm sorry, 847 Global. I don't even know what to say to that. I apologize. Chemistry is just applied physics. Yeah, some people say that. And then people say that, you know, physics is just applied math and everything is just applied philosophy. So I don't care. I don't care what you name it. That's cool to hear, dog. Ah, Sarah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. Chem is life, baby. Ah, I got you, man. I'm sorry. Sorry there, 847. Sometimes I just, you know, I'm an old dude, so sometimes the jokes get lost on me. It just, you know, you younger folks, you're pretty sharp, and so it's tough. Sometimes it's tough for me to keep up with all the, you know, the internet slang and stuff like that. Thanks there, Endoplasmic. What a great name. Endoplasmic Urbanista. Come on now, the biologist has entered the chat. I'm loving it. All right, Iskra. Oh, what a great name. Endoplasmic Urbanista. Mycelium. All right, dog. So long. Have a good night. That's cool, Endoplasmic. Thank you there, Iskra. I want to go back to the slower mixing flask. So I'm gonna just slide on over there. Hey, Lionheart. Hey, we got the rainbow, man. We got the rainbow. Your personal favorite is studying organic chem with Elvis in the background. Raka, you're going to want to check out my most popular shorts videos. And I do a video on elephant toothpaste in there. So it's like maybe let's say roughly the 40th most popular short that I have talks about elephant toothpaste. Yeah, Lucas, I'll explain it. I'm sorry. A couple new folks want to know what's going on here. So in each flask here, I have some universal indicator. Universal indicator is also known as rainbow indicator. It's just some dye that's been dissolved in water, but it's a special dye. And what's special about this dye is it changes color depending upon the pH or how acidic or basic something is. So Omar, it's just on a magnetic stir plate. Hey, thanks there, Iskra. And so what we do, see, this stuff is going to display, you can see like some red in there and some violet. Where it's red, the pH is 3, which is very acidic. Where it's violet, it's pH 10, which is very basic. So I'm going to go ahead and add, you know, it's really basic. The bulk of the fluid's really basic right now. So I'm going to add some hydrochloric acid to the solution. Hydrochloric acid is also known as stomach acid, same stuff that's in your stomach. It's just what I add is like 100 to 1,000 times more concentrated. So I just added like 5 drops of the acid. We're going to watch what happens. Ardish, excuse me, Adrish, I appreciate that a lot. I really do. It's piranha water. It's not piranha water. So you notice I added some acid, and it's no longer violet. Down here at the bottom, it's like an aqua color. So our pH has dropped from 10 to like 8. I'm going to go ahead and continue to add some hydrochloric acid. Let's go like 2 more drops. In they go. You can see the red in the middle where, you know, the strong acid is, but then it all kind of mixes together. And now, hey, it looks like we pulled the pH from 8, maybe down to 7, yeah? It's got a little bit more neutral. Let's keep adding some acid and see what happens. I'm going to go like 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes. Now, the mixing here is quite slow because I've got a really small stir bar down there. It's really small. And it's turned up really fast, but it, you know, the mixing is quite slow. Over here on this side, I've got a really large stir bar. You can tell that from the, you know, the larger vortex. So it looks like we got down to pH 6. Man, it's slow. Let's try another. How you doing there, administrator? Welcome aboard. You know me. All right, let's add like 4 more drops of acid. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what happens. Do I know if there's been any notable times this effect has been used in TV or film? Sarah, what a great question. Have acid-base indicators been used in TV or film? You know, I'm not aware of any cases of that. Anyone aware of any cases where acid-base indicators have been used in TV or film? You can teach me a little chemistry. 847 is saying in the 60s. It's good to have you on board, administrator. All right, now that I've got the pH really low, pH of 3, yeah, it's very acidic, I'm going to start adding some sodium hydroxide base, and we should see the pH go up. So BU is saying that happened on Dexter at one point. That's kind of interesting. Tell me a little more there, BU. Can you use this for zombie vaccine? I don't know, man. All right, let's add like 2 drops of base, see what happens. There we go. You can see that violet color drop in from the base. It's going to swirl around and react with that pH 3 acid. Hey, there we go, a little rainbow. We got a little rainbow. Not personally, Sea Dog, but I've seen some of his videos. Cool, man. Cool, BU. That's cool. So BU is saying that was done kind of in the background. They used some acid-base indicators in the background of the show Dexter. I've added some base to the flask, by the way. Neurohydrocortisone, interesting. Tell me a little more, Geographic. Tell me a little more what you mean. I'm interested in that comment. I just can't decipher it. I need some help. Thank you there, God of War. Let's add a few drops here. 2 drops of acid. Oh, that's cool. Some 80s local bands. Huh. How you doing there, Gather Round? Oh, we got nice rainbow action. Absolutely, I remember Bill Nye. You're not bad at science. 7 is neutral pH. You got it. Thanks, there, Iskra. Let's add a few drops of acid here. Get the pH down. Shift us to the lower end. Thanks, Sarah Matry. Appreciate that. We got our pH scale over here. Remember, pH 7 is neutral. Below pH 7 is acid. Above pH 7 is base. The number for uranium, 92. See if you guys can stump me. Ask me the number for any element. See if you can stump me. Good afternoon there. Watto Rotlenek. Watto Rotlenek. I'm just going to call you Sodu for now, unless you correct me, okay? That first name's a little tough for me. I apologize. So endoplasmic, where you're going to find this is just look for universal indicator online. And then all you need is water, a little bit of acid, a little bit of base, and you're good to go. You could use vinegar for your acid. You could use ammonia for your base. It's going to get you most of the colors you need. Thanks, there, Geographic. I appreciate that. Oh, is that right, FB? Of course. That's where they used it. Americium, that's number 95. Livermorium, I think you might got me on that one. I'm going to have to think about livermorium. I think that's 103. Hold on. Let's see. It goes polonium. Let me see. Francium radium. That's 88. Actinium. Thorium. That's 90. Proactinium. Uranium. Neptunium. Plutonium. Americium. Curium. Berkelium. Rutherfordium. Dubnium. Seaborgium. having trouble. I got to go through the whole palladium. That's like what, 46? Yeah, I think so. Palladium, silver. Yeah. Oganesson, that's 118, man. That's an easy one. Gave me the last one. Yeah, I can say the whole periodic table in order. You guys probably don't believe me, but I can do it. I think livermorium's 103, but I'm not real sure, man. Rhodometric, it depends. Rhodometrics, isn't a pH meter better? It depends. I can't see colors on a pH meter, and I kind of like to see the colors. So it depends what you're going for. It depends what you mean by better. It's geographic. It's sulfuric acid up there. Yes, it's sulfuric acid. Nice dropping in the tantalum. Oh, you guys are pushing me here. Tantalum. Hold on. Let's see. Let's start. Oh, let's go with where should I start? Cesium, barium, lanthanum, cerium, praseodymium, neodymium, promethium, samarium, europium, gadolinium, terbium, dysprosium, holmium, erbium, thulium, ytterbium, lutetium, hafnium, tantalum. So let's see. Hafnium. I forget what hafnium is. I think it's 73. Hafnium, yeah, it's 73. Tantalum, 73. Yep. Yeah, I've done it on the live before. If you guys want to see me do say the entire periodic table from memory, I can do that. I hope I can. Sometimes I get tripped up. I used to say it every morning in the shower. I don't even know what that is, Frost. But some people do call me Mr. White. I wouldn't know why. I would not know why some people would call me Mr. White, but some people do, Some kids in my class will call me Mr. White every once in a while. What's tantalum? It's it's one of the elements. It's a metallic element. Thanks, Air Geographic. Hope you like it. I would think so. Endoplasmic. I don't think there's any trouble there, but I'm not a medical doctor. Argon, that's 18. That one's easy. Oh, sorry there, Sodu. Well, you can use cabbage juice, like red cabbage juice. All right, Matri, thanks for hanging out. All right, official wants it extremely alkaline, so that's where we're going. I see. That I don't know, Frost. Here we go. We're going to make this super alkaline. So I'm dropping. There's your first drop of base. There's your second drop of base, synonymous with alkali. And there's your third drop. That's going to get us to pH 10 or higher. So it stays purple at pH 10 or higher. I can't get it any more purple than this. Yeah, Frost, I apologize. I can't help you with that. So sorry. That's a little hydrochloric acid. Here we go, baby. Let's see if we can get the rainbow back. A couple drops here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what happens. Geographic, it depends on the form of the acid. Usually it'll just freeze. I just did, BU. I just added some hydrochloric acid. And there's a little flash of the rainbow. Let's add a little more there. We're going to add a little more for BU. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We added a bunch more acid. Let's see what happens. BU wanted the hydrochloric acid going in. There we go. We're getting some nice flashes of color there. I'm going to add a drop of base up there at the top. Try to get us a little dark. Dark violet and blues. A little bit of acid to give us a red. Come on, baby. Let's see what we get. Put a metal in there, Rod Max. Yeah, it does. It does. It does sometimes get to the rainbow. All right, I'm going to add some drops of acid here. 1, 2, 3. You'll notice it tends to stay focused in the vortex. That's because that vortex is a low pressure region, and material tends to stay in low pressure regions. There we go. A-phone. I did add some, hydroiodic acid. I don't have any A-phone. I've got hydrochloric. I don't have any hydroiodic. Sorry about that. But I can add some HCl there for you, buddy. There's a couple more drops. And I'm going to chase it with a drop of base. In it goes. See it dropping down. The base you can see real easy. That nice dark purple color. It is like a galactic color. Dr. Reese. Dr. Reese is a science teacher. A couple more drops there. Have I ever made it in my stomach? Why is HF less stronger than HCl? Probably hydrogen bonding is what I'm guessing. They are pretty medic, man. So, you know, acid's a proton donor, but you got that fluorine that's so doggone electronegative, it's going to hang on, man. So, yeah, I don't know about perchloric acid, SODU, but I do know that sulfuric acid is stored at 98%. It is, Alina. It is some pretty cool stuff. You get a chance to take class, go for it. Go for it. All right. It's getting time where I'm going to flip the camera around, talk to you all for a little bit. I think nitric is stored at, it can be stored at 70%. I'm just letting you know here, folks, that the live is going to come to an end here. And usually at the end of the live, what I do is I flip the camera around and talk to folks for a little bit. So that's coming. 68. Got it. Thank you both. Thanks for the correction. I know, geographic. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, if you don't want to hear an old man talking, then it's time to get out of here. Sonny, most of them I get at the hardware store. Best concentration. I just use a little aqua regia, man. I don't know what a liquid IED is. I apologize. So I can't respond to that intelligently. Sorry, BU. Improvised explosive device. They quit selling it, huh? What do you mean? You mean like in cold packs or something? Okay, let me turn this light on. We're going to talk for a bit. I see, A-phone. I got you. Let's see how we're doing here. Stump remover. Yep. Yeah, BU. I don't know. I've not looked into that, so I wouldn't know. Thank you there, Annette. Hello there, Fear. Nitrogen peroxide. Yeah, I want to be careful. That sounds like NO2. I think it might be N2O2, but I don't know. Drop the chemical formula. I can talk about it a little better. If you're talking NO2, that's just nitrogen dioxide, but I don't think that I'm unfamiliar with the term nitrogen peroxide. But if you drop the chemical formula for what you're talking about, I'll be able to. Yeah, we use nitrates here in the United States too to preserve meats. Yep. Looks like you guys sell it though, huh? Rather than just having it as an ingredient. Hello there, legend. Carbon dioxide. Hello there, legend. So do whatever. Oh, man. Here you go, so do. Cool anecdote, bro. Now go collect some data. Yeah, I got a. If you want, you can buy goofy shirts like that. Add CO2. We'll do that another time, there, Lisa. I'm sorry, we're not going to do that this time. I'm at the point in the live where I'm toning it down. Oh man. I don't, Sonny. I do not. I'm sorry about that. Well, hey, folks, I think I'm going to call it quits for the day. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today, doing some experiments. They were a lot of fun. We had a good time. This is just, just hanging out, doing the stuff with the acid base indicators today. It was kind of fun. So thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Endoplasmic. And, I usually do my lives either like a Saturday or a Sunday. Thank you there, Endoplasmic. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I got to call it quits for today. And thanks there, Peter. Uh, Great hanging out with you guys. We're going to see you next week. And, keep checking out the beauty of science and the universe. It's all around you, man. It's always there. So, the universe is always having a party, and science gets you on the guest list of understanding. We'll see you around, folks. Have a great one. So long.